Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another speed build. So this is actually going to be part 1 of a 64 by 64 lot farm build that I did this week. And yeah, this is going to be part 1 since it took me, I don't know, just the exterior of this build took me more than 4 hours to do. So yeah, the video footage of this after I sped it up like 7 times and cut out a bunch of stuff and all of that is about, I think, 23 minutes or so. So yeah, it's a rather, it took me a lot of time. Basically, this build took me a long time. And funnily enough, most of my time for this build was actually spent on, you know, the landscaping and the yard area of this. The house portion of it didn't take me all that long, which is why when I did the furnishing of this house, it only took me about half the time to furnish the whole interior of the house. And it is a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, so it's not like a tiny home or anything. But yeah, furnishing this took me only about half the time that it took me to do the exterior of this build, which is, I don't know, kind of funny to me, since for me it's usually the opposite. I normally pay a bit more attention to what I'm doing on the interior than I do on the exterior, since I don't actually know why, if I'm honest. I mean, I know I'm not the best at exteriors, so I should probably, you know, pay a bit more attention to my exteriors. But yeah, I just don't. I think I just have too much fun cluttering up a build on the inside, and yeah, I think I spend a lot of my time when I furnish, you know, just on clutter basically. But yeah, so this build, I started this build, I don't know, I think I started it like Tuesday or Thursday, I don't really know. But yeah, I did the whole exterior in one sitting, and then the next day I came back and I did the interior. After I realized, okay, I'm definitely going to have to split these two videos up. I'm not going to be able to make one video. Otherwise, I think the interior is about 20 minutes as well, or something like that. I can't remember. I've already edited it, but yeah, I can't remember exactly how long it was. But basically, if I didn't split it up, it would have been like a 40 to 50 minute video, and yeah, that's a lot. I'm not doing a video that long, and I don't think you guys would want to watch a 50-minute video. So yeah, I just thought I'd split it into two. But I also did cut out quite a bit of this. I cut out doing basically all of the terrain painting for this lot, since, I don't know, I experimented a bit with the terrain paint and all of that, since this is actually the first, you know, farm kind of build that I've ever done. I haven't even attempted something like this off camera or anything. So yeah, I just, you know, played around with the terrain paint and tried some different things, and I didn't want to show you guys all of that, since yeah, it's a lot of me just jumping around and the camera was going all crazy and all over the place, and yeah, it's just really repetitive. So yeah, I didn't show you any footage of me doing the terrain painting. I think I might have left something here or there, but yeah, it's not like my main, what I did most of, I guess I could say. But I'm not making any sense. I don't think I'm making any sense. You guys will see when we get there, basically. But yeah, I really wanted this house to have, I don't know, I was really inspired by two builds that I saw recently by SimKim and ChrissieYT on YouTube, and they both did these really gorgeous kind of autumnal pumpkin kind of farms, you know, to celebrate it being autumn in the northern hemisphere. And yeah, I don't know, I was just so inspired, and I couldn't think of a better time to do a farm than, you know, autumn, to do a pumpkin farm or something like that. So I really wanted to go for this, you know, all of these autumn colors, you know, warm browns and this red. And yeah, I think this is actually the first time that I've used, you know, a red roof on one of my builds. I don't think I do that very often. And I also used this bright red siding for the house, you know, combined with just some plain white paint. And we have a barn that's really bright red, and I had a lot of fun with the barn actually. it's again something that I don't normally build, since obviously I don't normally build farm builds. I normally do more, you know, family homes, or, you know, yeah, family homes basically. They're my favorite kind of homes to do, is family homes. But yeah, I don't normally do this, so I had a lot of fun just playing around with it, and that's probably why it took me so long as well. And yeah, I even looked up some pictures about, you know, of some farmhouses, and I couldn't really find any of them that I liked, you know, all of it. So I did put a few of them together for the exterior of the house, and yeah, I just basically had a lot of fun with this build, and I thought it would be something, you know, kind of nice and autumnal, and, you know, something different that you don't normally see on my channel. It's not your typical, you know, family house or suburban house or something. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, and I even used some of the debug items, which is something that I don't normally do either. I used some of the Spooky Day stuff debug pumpkins that you could get in the debug menu, and I made a little like pumpkin patch / orchard or whatever on the one side in the one corner of the farm. There's, you know, a lot of pumpkin, you know, rows of pumpkins and some trees that I thought might be like orchards, so like apple orchards, or I don't know, pears or something like that. I didn't show all of that since, again, it was really repetitive, and it was just me, you know, kind of finely placing all of the pumpkins and rotating them and all of that. It was, yeah, really repetitive. I didn't think you guys would actually want to see that. But yeah, in the barn, I kind of turned it into, I don't know, kind of like what we usually do with garages in The Sims 4, where we just plop a bunch of random, you know, activities or stuff in there, since we don't have, you know, real uses for garages. But in the barn, there's actually the laundry area. We have the flower arranging table and the woodworking table, and, you know, some workout equipment. So it's a really functional space, and you guys, you won't be able to access it from the front, obviously, since I used a roof to make that ramp. But at the other side of the barn, you'll have seen I did put in some stairs and a door, so you can access it if you want to. And if you want to maybe convert it into something else, maybe build, you know, close that gap and, you know, convert it into, I don't know, maybe like a granny flat, or, you know, maybe just an extra, you know, activity room or a private gym or something that you want to, you know, close up. You can obviously do that. I also added in a greenhouse, which, yeah, that I placed in a greenhouse, and I did it in a way that I have never done before. But yeah, I'll tell you guys about that when we get there. And yeah, these walls that I'm using are actually from Cats and Dogs, and they're from the debug menu again. And I actually saw James Turnus, the Sim Supply, I saw him use these in his 64 by 64 farm build that he did for his Rags to Riches challenge. And yeah, I didn't even know they existed, since I rarely go into the debug menu. I basically never go into it. I don't really know why, actually. But yeah, so I use those to, you know, kind of, it's not really fenced off in the front at all. And I use some more of those not hedges, those fences around this, you know, little orchard pumpkin area. So just to alternate it and make it look a bit more interesting, or like, you know, the fence has fallen into disrepair in some places and they've repaired it. You know, they didn't exactly replace it with the exact same fence, but they, you know, just patched it up with some other, you know, fencing stuff, basically. I'm not making any sense, guys. I apologize. I haven't done a voiceover in, I don't know what, like a week or something. And yeah, I'm really out of practice, and yeah, I'm actually sitting here with a bit of a headache. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you do, you will know. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, basically, my link is in the description. If you guys should really follow me on there. I do post updates when I'm posting, if I'm not posting, you know, reasons why something might not be going up on a certain day or whatever. I also do polls on there sometimes about, you know, what you guys think I should build or something like that. But yeah, basically, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you won't know. But I have been, you know, struggling with a bit of a migraine these past, I don't know, like 2 days or something. And no, normally people tell you to go to sleep, you know, to go lie down if you have a migraine, you know, in a dark room, go lie down, wait for it to pass. But yeah, mine actually gets worse when I lie down, and I have no idea why. But yeah, it's been really annoying. Last night I only slept about 3 hours since, yeah, I went to bed really early, you know, because of the pain meds that I took for my headache. And yeah, I went to bed really early, and at about 3 a.m. our alarm went off in the house. I have no idea why it went off. It wasn't, you know, activated or anything. We don't activate it since we have a husky and 3 cats, and they move through the house the whole night, and it would just be going off all of the time, you know, with them moving about the house. But yeah, we don't normally activate it, so it wasn't even on, but it just decided to go off for absolutely no reason. You know, nothing was going on. We were just, you know, sleeping, basically. There was no movement outside, in anything. It just decided to go off. And then, you know, obviously being a little bit paranoid, being a little bit of a paranoid, you know, being that I am, I couldn't go to sleep again. I was up basically from 3 a.m. I tried to go to sleep, go back to sleep, but by that point my headache was bothering me and I couldn't lie down, so I just decided, you know, whatever, I'm just up, basically. And then at 9 this morning we had to go into the mall to get some stuff for me, and basically I went into the mall to get buy myself 2 notebooks that I need for stuff, and basically the place that I always buy them from is closed. The ceiling collapsed, so that's not fun. But yeah, the only reason I went anywhere today was to buy those, and they weren't even there. So I couldn't buy those, so that's kind of sucked. I spent, you know, about 3 or 4 hours walking around the mall with my sister since she had stuff to buy and I had other things that I needed to get anyway. So yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was actually kind of fun, but yeah, you know, in conjunction with me having a headache and sleeping only for 3 hours, I was a little bit of a moody, you know, I wasn't in the mood for a lot. And then when I came home, I decided, you know, I'm not going to work. I was planning on, you know, recording this voiceover earlier and having it up, you know, my normal time. But I decided, you know what, I'm just not in the mood. I feel like absolute crap. I feel like I want to crawl into a hole. So yeah, I just decided to relax, eat something, and just sit on my couch in my study and watch old episodes of Bones. So that's what I did all afternoon. I took a nap when my head calmed down a little bit. I took a nap for about 2 hours or so. And yeah, I'm just doing it now. I woke up a few hours ago, and yeah, I just decided, you know, just do it. If you can't talk through the whole thing, you know, tell people that you can't talk through the whole thing, and yeah, you're sorry, but just try it. If this turns out horrible, I'll probably not post it, but so far it hasn't gone too bad. But yeah, that's what went on with me today, and why this video, I wanted to have this out on Friday, and it's Sunday night at 10 p.m. and I'm just now recording it. I wanted to have it out at Friday, but yeah, since Friday I've been sitting with this stupid ass migraine that just wouldn't go away. That made me so irritable. I couldn't even think of recording and trying to sound somewhat happy. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit better now. I'm feeling a lot better actually. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind too much that this has taken a bit of a while for me to get out. But yeah, you guys will have seen that I did show you the pumpkin patch and the orchard area. It is done. You'll have seen me pass through it. When I did place 2 of those patches from Seasons. I find them to be really creepy actually. I don't like them, but I know a lot of people do like them, so I decided to place 2 of them there. And you will have also seen that I did do the, you know, the little greenhouse. It's on the right side of the screen right now. And that's actually, wow, my voice is going. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's actually something that I saw Sim Kim do. I think she was the first one that I saw do that, and I found it to be so cool. I don't know, I really love the way that looks, and it's completely functional. So basically what I did, I placed one of those, I think it's a half hip roof or a hip to roof or something, some kind of roof. Basically, you place it down, and if you have it high enough that you can fit a door in the roof, you know, in the roof wall, it's completely functional as, you know, a greenhouse or a room or whatever you want it to be. I think you could probably, you know, make it into a room if you don't have, you know, completely glass roofs. You could probably have it be a room if you wanted, and, you know, repurpose it or, you know, use it in other ways. But I found that to be so cool, and I've been wanting to try that out for so long. But yeah, I just never had the right build that I thought it would fit in. But yeah, I really like the way it looks with this build, since I didn't want the whole orchard area, the whole orchard and pumpkin patch to be, you know, actual tendable plants for your Sims that your Sims have to take care of, since that would be a nightmare. Even with how much easier the gardening system is, since, you know, the pre-seasons patch that they did, where they updated the, you know, the whole gardening, overhauled the whole gardening system. Even with how much easier it is now, taking care of all of, imagine if all of those pumpkins, or half, or even half of those pumpkins were actual plants, or even half of the trees were actual, you know, Sims, you know, tendable trees. Imagine how hard it would be to take care of all of them. And especially since plants are now seasonal as well, not all of them will, you know, grow throughout the whole year. And then you just sit with a bunch of dead plants for, I don't know, like 3 or 2 seasons out of the year. And yeah, just not something that I wanted to do. Basically, I'd much rather, you know, put in a large greenhouse where you could have, you know, a lot of plants that would grow year round and, you know, work perfectly fine in there. And obviously you could, of course, delete, if you wanted to have some, you know, some trees or stuff like that, you could just delete some of the trees in the orchard area and, you know, place some actual growable trees there. That would probably look really cool, if I'm honest. I just didn't think of that, basically. But yeah, we're working on the barn area now, and I also added in some pumpkin carving stations. Yeah, as I said, I built this like Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, and I can't even remember half of what I did, if I'm honest. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. It took me, as I said, it took me ages, but I had so much fun building this. I can't remember the last time I actually had so much fun building this big of a lot. I normally don't do this big builds like this. Wow, I can't speak. I normally don't do big builds like these, since I do get bored. I get bored really easily. If I'm not, you know, enjoying something 100%, I get bored super easily. So that's why I normally don't do like mansion builds or stuff like that, because if it takes me longer than a certain amount of time, or if it gets too repetitive, I get really bored, since I have a lot of the time, if I'm in a building mood, you know, to start attempting a big build, my building moods tend to be where I have 50 different ideas going through my head at the same time. And if one of those ideas, if I start one of them and they take me 8 hours to do, 6 or 8 hours to do, halfway through that, I will get bored, because I want to start on another idea that I have, and I don't want to finish the one that I'm working on. Which, yeah, that's basically why I don't do a lot of big mansion builds. But yeah, I don't know if that made any sense for you guys. Hopefully it did. It made sense to me. So I hope you guys understood what I meant about that. But yeah, this house also has a lot of outdoor activities. There's beekeeping boxes, obviously the greenhouse. I added in 2 fire pits. I added in a grill. You know, lots of playground equipment, a swing, monkey bars, you know, a little slide for a toddler. Since I thought the family that lived here would probably be, you know, 1 or 2 parents, and then they'd have a teenager, 2 children, and a toddler. So a really busy family. And I also thought they would have a dog, but I didn't add any dog things outside, just inside. But yeah, I'll talk more about that when we get to the furnishing. I actually even show you guys how I did the lighting for this, which is something that I normally cut out. So yeah, it's not all that interesting, but I know some people like seeing that every now and then of how people do lighting, since you know you can pick up tips. I certainly do. If I see some builders that I love include stuff like lighting or the floor plan or stuff like that, I always pick up something new, no matter how no matter how much I've built myself. I always pick up something new. But we're almost to the end of the build, so I just wanted to say that if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already, and you like what you see or you want to see more or whatever, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell to be notified of whenever I post a new build. And yeah, I do try and upload as much as I can. I can't promise you guys how much I upload in a week, especially these last 2 weeks have been really kind of hectic for me. Basically they've been really hard and just blah basically, so I haven't been uploading as much as I'd like. But yeah, I do try and upload as much as I can. I will always have at least one video out a week, so that's something that you guys can definitely count on. But yeah, I hope you guys like this build. I hope you found it fun and entertaining or whatever. But yeah, basically if you're new to the channel or if you like this build, feel free to give it a like and comment and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, basically as I said before. But I think I'm going to leave it off right here. We only have a few more minutes of, not even minutes, but yeah, we have a few more minutes or so. A few wow, I should just go. Basically, we have a little bit of time left of me just placing some random decorations around. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.